Phenomenal Lady Show. And I'm sure you've been having an amazing time with friends and family in this special season of loving and giving. I am Buki Gats. Today we have with us a truly exceptional and phenomenal lady. She is the partner and head, internal audit, governance, risk and compliance services of KPMG, one of the big fours. She is a chartered accountant with about 24 years experience in the provision of corporate governance, enterprise risk management, internal audit, regulatory and compliance services. So in our usual exceptional and phenomenal way, please welcome with me amiable, delectable and graceful Mrs. Tomi Adepoju.
Thank you for having me here today.
It's my pleasure having you on this show today, and I'm sure that our guests and our viewers would like to have a Yuletide greeting from you.
Compliments of the season, everyone. I trust we are all keeping well and safe in this our new normal, as we say. And I'm wishing you a very, very wonderful and prosperous new year in advance.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I must tell you something very special about our guest today. She has a first degree in chemical engineering, and she is a chartered accountant and currently the head of the internal audits of KPMG. You must be very brilliant, ma, right? It takes a brilliant mind to juggle all that and to transition from sciences to accounting. So can you share with us your transition story from engineering to accounting?
Okay, thank you very much. I would say, why did I study chemical engineering? I think I went into chemical engineering. Yes, I loved sciences. And I also realized I like to solve problems. And at that point in time, I used to have it in mind that I would set up my own company that would be manufacturing perfumes,
Wow, that's nice.
Perfumes and makeup for females,
Is that why you're looking this beautiful and divine?
So, but when I finished university, I was staying with my elder brother, and a lot of his friends were working in the bank, and so it was natural to really more gravitate towards that side. Before finishing, I had done my internship twice in a manufacturing company, a paint manufacturing company in Lagos, and I really didn't enjoy it because I felt it was routine. I was in the lab and I was just doing quality assurance check on what they were producing, and I just felt it was too routine and it was basic. I didn't really enjoy it, and from that point I made up my mind that look, I'm not quite sure I really want to go into this engineering thing. Yes, I was looking for work with the oil and gas company.
So do we say that sciences wasn't really you from the beginning?
Well, I was good in both sciences and social sciences. But I love maths a lot.
And that's why I said, maybe you're brilliant, so it's easy to...
I love maths, okay. And I loved further maths, so it was natural to go into engineering.
Okay.
You understand? But then in discussing and just sitting down with a number of people, a lot of them pointed me out to working in a consulting firm because they felt that was very versatile and it would give me the kind of foundation I needed for my career. And so when I finished my youth service and came back to Lagos, I was looking for jobs in consulting firms. I applied at that time to Arthur Andersen, which later became KPMG today, and also to some banks. Indeed, I actually worked in a bank for 6 weeks. At that point in time, I was posted to the work teller session, and I didn't enjoy it because I just felt, Lord, I didn't go to school for 5 years to come and be counting other people's money, smelly money for that matter. I need to be able to use my brain and do other things with my time, and I just really wanted to pursue. But in the middle of that, I was already doing my interviews with Arthur Andersen and When it clicked, I didn't hesitate at all to make the move, even though it was a salary cut. But I felt I was investing into my future, and you may not have it now, but you will have it and become at that point in time when you've been rounded as a person. And so it didn't bother me a bit. And so why did I make the move? I realized very early on that I like to solve problems, which is what engineering is all about. Chemical engineering in particular, which is what I studied. You are actually process driven. You look at processes and try and solve problems. What then changed was the fact that I'm now trying to solve business problems as opposed to operational, technical, or engineering related problems. But it's still the same foundation.
Now, this decision, is it just, okay, before we go on, I'd like to remind you that the topic is mentoring for business and career success. And you mentioned that some people consider you to go into banking, right?
Into consulting.
Or into consulting.
Yes.
So we're looking at the point of mentoring here. Was that guidance, that mentoring, that counsel at that time, was it worth it? Did it help your decision in navigating to?
It was actually extremely, it was very, very much worth it. I would suggest for anybody starting out, always get a mentor. Look for somebody that you admire, somebody that you can look up to, somebody that has excelled in the particular field that you are looking at, and try and get counsel from the person. I've seen a lot of youth making career decisions based on money or based on wishful thinking.
Or trends.
Or trends. My friends are all going into this, so I too will go into that. Or even business people. Oh, it's logistics that is selling now. So I want to go and set up a logistics business without really doing the fundamental. Taking time to actually plan. So for me, any youth trying to go into career or going into business, you really need to spend time and first of all have a mentor. Because that helps, because you can bounce your thoughts off that person from time to time, and the person can provide guidance to you and help shape your career, and also open doors if required. That's the work of a mentor. At the same time, have goals, set up a long-term goal.
So beyond having mentors, you need to set up your personal goal.
Yeah.
You need to know what you want.
Yeah.
You need to know it. Your mentor won't tell you what you want, but the mentor can provide guidance as and when necessary.
In fact, you need to be able to ask yourself the question and answer it, that where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? If you cannot answer that question, then you've not really sat down to think through. Because if you don't dream, you can't get there. God has given us the gifts, but you also have your own responsibilities. Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? Some people will just talk, oh, I see myself as a manager. Okay, you see yourself as a manager, but you're just starting out in the career. Does it take 3 years to make manager in your organization? I don't think so. So
when you were starting out your career in consulting, did you have that dream of being a partner with KPMG?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I wanted to get to the top.
So when did you have that dream? When did it start? How did it start? What was the motivation?
Well, when I got in, I remember the first day I walked into Anderson at that point in time, and I saw, the age range is typically between anybody less than 26 with a first class or 2-1, and he passed at five subjects in GCE, and I saw a lot of youthful people, just going up and down, carrying their laptops, discussing, and I'm like, oh wow, I really want to be like these people. Wow. I'm seeing all the intellectual discussions. I think you can be a superstar in your own area, but when you are then in the midst of other people that may even be better than you, it humbles you a bit, and you want to really aspire.
So do we call it a geographical motivation? And so when you're in a particular setting, you're motivated by what you see.
You don't have a choice.
You really want to dream.
You can't be a laggard.
So it means that for you to dream in year 2022, whatever you want to achieve, you need to maybe there might be need to relocate or change location.
I don't surround yourself with the right people.
That's key. Not physical location alone. I was thinking of physical location because at times you need to move out of certain location and get to see what is happening out there.
Sometimes, but not all of the
But
time.
not all of the time.
Yes.
So at times we need to like surround ourselves
Surround
mentally.
yourself with people that can challenge you. Not yes people that would only be saying yes to what you're saying. People that are also, that are dreaming big things, so that when you are talking to people, you are motivated. If you are surrounding your friends with, oh, this one is doing this, is doing well in this
you're
area.
the champion. Maybe you're the champion there. You're not challenged. You're not being pushed.
You know, there's this saying in Yoruba land that one-eyed man, when you are the one-eyed man in the midst of then you become a local champion. You are not aspiring. So you've got to always challenge yourself and motivate yourself. Have people around you that can motivate you. If a chicken is working with turkeys, you will have turkey behavior. You will not behave like the other chickens. So you've got to work with like-minded kind of people all of the time. It's very important.
Okay, now the truth is that a lot of people would love to surround themselves with greater minds, but maybe because of the environment, or maybe because they're the champion, as you rightly put. How can you just change acquaintance? How can you just change the people around you? How do you achieve that?
Networking. It's very important to network. You cannot be an island on your own.
Networking.
There are different avenues to network. There are different business, whether commissions or societies around.
Can you share with us some of those avenues?
So, for example, even in your immediate surrounding, in your church, I'm sure they have some business or career gathering of people that are like you in the same career that you can actually meet. Maybe let me just digress a bit. Even your attitude is what will help you to network. Being friendly. Yeah. A lot of people are not friendly human beings. They won't even greet. They won't talk to the people around them.
So they don't even know.
You're not interacting.
And you don't know.
So you don't know who is who. And if you are not interacting or talking to people, how do you expect to gain from the person? And
so we must be sociable to network.
Extremely
you
sociable.
You can desire to network and you're not sociable.
I call it, fishing in your own bathtub. There will never be fish in your bathtub.
Fishing in your own bathtub.
It's not possible. You've got to be able to go out to fish. When I was looking for a job after my NYSC, there was a salon beside where we were staying, so I used to go there a lot, maybe just, wash my hair or just hang out. And I got talking to the owner of the place. And because a friendship had developed between us, one day she was asking me, so what exactly do you do? So I told her, oh, I just finished my youth service. I just came back from Jos. I'm trying to look for a job. And she was like, oh, okay, my husband works in X bank. Give me your CV, let me give it to him. I'm sure they would call you there to come for interview. That was how I did the test. I passed the test, I got the highest, and they called me for interview, I passed. And that's how I worked in the bank I said I was in.
Wow.
Prior to. So it's relationship. Even for a business person.
Networking and being sociable. You can't network without being friendly and being sociable.
Yeah, it's extremely important, because if even as a business person, if you do not, businesses are made based on relationship. They will give you that contract because of, yes, there's a place for competence. Competence is extremely important.
Competence is
very key. But if you have the competence and you cannot get into the door,
because there are a lot of competent people out there.
Thank you. If you can't get yourself into the door to be able to demonstrate that competence, nobody is going to know about it. So relationship gets you into the door. Competence opens you and gets you the job.
So relationship gets you the door. Competence gets you the job.
Yes. And speaking of competence, a lot of people are not developing and equipping themselves. They feel just because, oh, I graduated X years ago and that is it, I'm resting there. The world has changed. The world has moved on. Everything has gone digital, as we see. From the lockdown in 2020 to now, this is the business house. It's no longer in that cubicle that you've gone to rent. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you do not have good technology skills to be able to navigate your online platform, your social media platform, and use it to sell, you're backward. You can't make much progress.
And you can actually go on Coursera, Udemy, and several online platforms to learn these technical skills. And please, I need you to know that we do all of us a whole world of favor. So we need to go online and learn basic technical skills in order to measure up in the current world that we are, the current dispensation that we are in. Yeah, we move on to the next question. We know year 2022 is a tabula rasa and it's still a clean slate, and a lot of people would like to navigate from one business to the other. They would like to change business line. Some students may like to change their course of study, and some would like to change their jobs and location. How would you advise people moving from one interest to the other in year 2022?
First of all, I would say, what's your goal? Why are you doing what you're doing? What's the objective? What's the end game? If you don't have the end in mind, then that's already a problem. So are you moving job because everybody around you are moving jobs? Or are you moving job because, oh, this one pays more, but you don't have a passion in that particular area? Okay. Then that's a problem. So first of all, what's the goal? Second is, what are you passionate about? If you are, whatever you are doing, if the passion is not there, it's that passion that propels you.
So you don't just change job because it's a new year in the next few days. You're changing job because you have a goal, because you're passionate about a particular activity. You want to change job, you want to change your business because of your goal, because of your passion, and because of what you generally intend to achieve, not because it's gonna be 2022 and I need to change. So please, you can go on, man.
And then, of course, are you prepared and equipped for that new role or new job you're actually talking about? How well have you developed yourself? Because if I know, okay, I want to change job or switch career maybe next year, is it a completely different line? If it's not a completely different line, what are the employability skills that are required of me in my new role? Have I developed myself in those areas? For example, my communication skills, are they top notch? Is it a job that I will need to be able to do a lot of public speaking, communicate a lot? How well have I developed myself in that area? Is it a job that requires me to have good written communication skills? Have I gone for report writing training, for example, and I've developed myself? So the kind of, by the time you're then doing the interviews, is what you have on the inside that's coming out. If you've not developed yourself, it won't show. So I would say equipping yourself is very important. The other thing is just be bold. Take that step. Do it. A lot of people have great thoughts, great dreams, but those dreams die because they never take that step and actually just implement it. You know, Nike says, just do it. Just move on. Believe in yourself. Believe in your own abilities. Stop looking down at yourself, especially women. A lot of women always have self-doubt. If a job advert comes out today and maybe there are 5 competence areas that are required, and a woman has 4 of those 5, but a man has 2 of those 5. If you interview the 2 candidates, you will see the man coming into the session with his shoulders very high and telling you that he can do everything under the sun. Meanwhile, he only has 2 of the 5 competencies. The woman that has 4 of the 5 competencies, when she comes into the interview, she will be looking down at herself and she would focus more on the one that she doesn't have. And based on that, she will not come in bold, she will not come in showcasing and even projecting the strengths that she has.
So are you telling us that we must pay attention to our strength?
Yes.
And not focus on those things that, oh, I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to achieve this. What about those things that you have, those competences that you already have? I think based on what you're saying, those are the things that we should focus on if we are going to achieve greatness in year 2022 and beyond.
Definitely.
Okay, and the last question, should we call it the last question? We'll still one more question from you. The last, and not just the last, anyway, question will be, that will call for national concern. And I've discovered that quite a number of companies in Nigeria in the first 10 years fizzle out, and quite a lot of challenges. So aside government policies, economy, and the current state of the currency, what do you think is responsible for the dwindling and the fizzling state of our business?
Because they don't have laid down structures, and so when people come in, they struggle, they don't want to stay. Secondly, because they probably don't pay well.
So those are the human resource issues.
Yeah, they don't pay well. Or even if you are paying people enough that can take them, or a graduate is coming to work and the graduate is getting paid 20,000, you spend, maybe how much will he spend on transport to eat? By the time he computes everything, he's not going to stay there for a long time.
Somebody even say, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys working for you.
Thank you.
so
and it's not because the business can't afford it, but people just feel, after all, I'm doing you a favor.
After all, there are no jobs out there. So you should appreciate this.
Thank you.
Know so well that if you are a business owner out there and you enjoy pay peanuts, you have monkeys working for you.
Sure. So if you want to attract those kind of people that can give you peace of mind, that will ensure the business is growing, you need to also put the right money in place to attract them, retain them, invest in them, train them.
Some people will say that, what if I train them and they go? What if you don't train them and they stay?
What if you don't train them, they still go? Would they still go?
Or what if you don't train them and they stay with your business?
Did you not live somewhere?
And they stay with your business. You know what that means for your business. If you don't train them, think you're not training them because you think if you train them, they will go. What if you don't train them and they stay?
Sure.
So human resources is a major.
It's very, very important. And just ensure that you are compliant and managing your risk as an organization. So, for example, you are cash intensive. Do you do cash counts regularly to even see, trace all the things you've sold? Do stock counts, check your stock and be sure that you've not lost anything. So even the way you ensure adequate controls over your business and manage the potential risk is very important.
And I'm sure that we've learned quite a whole lot from Mrs. Tomi Adepoju today. Thanks for staying with us till this moment, but please don't go away. We still have one more question for our guest. We know that for you to be a success, I know that it's still a journey. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. But for us, we believe you're a success and you must have core values. What are your core values? What are the things helping you to achieve this greatness year in, year out?
Okay, I think the first is integrity. It's very key for
integrity. Coming back again, integrity. What happened?
Integrity. Take to action.
The first is integrity. For me, integrity is extremely important as a person. Your word must be your bound of honor. If you say yes, let it be yes. If you say no, let it be no. You cannot, either as a staff or as a business person, people need to be able to hold you to your words. If you promise something, I'm delivering this clothes to you, it's not about exactly the person ordered for that you should deliver. During the lockdown, I bought something from someone online. She advertised a pair of shoes, and I paid for the pair of shoes. Until today, the person didn't deliver. The person didn't pay me back my money. When I started harassing the person said, the delivery guy didn't deliver. So for 2 years, the delivery guy has not delivered. I then sent the person a message that you actually are a fraudster, because you've obviously advertised on Instagram just to get money off people. But doesn't mean that, and that can put people off buying other things from online.
So it can kill the online businesses.
You can kill the online businesses. So if you are a business person, please ensure you keep your words, because you never know where the word of advert will go to, that that person, these days businesses expand because people are word of mouth. Go to that place, I need this, or go to that place.
And so if you're fond of defrauding people, I think I've heard of a story of a guy who defrauded a company, and when he got another offer in a bigger company, he met the person he defrauded on the seats waiting to interview. So the person just kept quiet. So he knew he lost out. He said he didn't say anything, but the guy was visibly shaking. Please stop it if you're fond of defrauding people online or messing up the business scene in Nigeria. Thank you so very much, Ma.
I'll just say two more.
So we need more of the core values.
I think continuous improvement is very key. You never rest on your oars. That you've done it before and it was good doesn't mean it can't be improved. there would always be improvement. So always seek to overachieve or improve upon what you've done before. As you do that, you find out that you are improving, you are increasing, and your clients are happy. So always ensure that you are able to do better than you were yesterday. I think the third one for me would be what I would say: hard work and smart work.
So we have integrity,
Yeah.
continuous improvement, hard work, and smart work. Not just working hard.
Not just working hard, you have to work smart.
Work smart.
Yeah, very important. And of course, the last one, be family oriented. Don't drop the balls. There are some important balls in your life, and those balls, if they shatter, you can't put them back together. So don't sacrifice those important balls because of work or because of career. Everything, there has to be a balance. You must carry everything together. I believe as a woman, you can have it all. You can have a great career, you can have a great family, you can have a great relationship with God. All of them work together to achieve the same common objective.
Thank you very much. It's been a very wonderful experience with Mrs. Tomi Adepoju. And this is where we draw the curtain on today's program. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, go straight to the subscribe area and click like and share with family and friends. And before we go, we'd like to appreciate our guest today. And on behalf of all the exceptional and phenomenal ladies out there, we'd like to give you this small gift. Thanks for coming on this show.
Thank you very much.
And we hope that when next we call you, you will oblige us.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
And till we meet the next class, remember, keep being exceptional and phenomenal always. I remain your host, Buki Gats.